Liza would never have slept with Tad if she knew what came next.
Oh, here's to you, Mrs. Robinson.
Marion Colby. Now, did she seduce him or did he seduce her?
Oh, and we just saw that he slept with Liza only 7 episodes ago.
She loves him and he's sleeping with her mother. He really is a cad.
You see what I'm talking about?
Well, there's nothing wrong with a hot mama getting busy.
How did I know you were going to empathize with that? I'm Terry.
What do you think this girl needs? You
What is going on here?
I am saving her for Robert Redford at the very least.
Mrs. Gardner, what do you think you're doing?
Mrs. Benson, it's nothing, really. Mama doesn't mean anything by it.
It's nothing. I have come all the way to New York City to straighten you up, girl.
Will somebody tell me what's going
I
on?
want you to tell me what is going on. What are you trying to do? Ruin her career and her moral standards all at the same time?
Now, what kind of a ridiculous question is that?
You know, I think you're the one responsible here, not this pea-brain jock.
Now, wait a minute.
Exactly what am I supposed to be responsible for?
All that filthy gossip about my kid in the newspapers.
Well, you are talking nonsense, and there's nothing filthy about it.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you don't think so, because you've got the moral standards of a slug.
Ah, are you impugning my morals?
You bet I am. What kind of a place you run in here anyway? How dare you encourage a 17-year-old girl to live with some man that her mother hasn't even met?
That's not what she's trying
Jenny,
to do.
darling, you
Diana,
just... Sweetheart, I think this better be decided between your mother and myself
We will
in
decide
private.
this
don't you?
right now in front of these...
We will decide it in private. If you don't like it, you may go.
Oh.
Liza, it's Tad. I got out of the barbecue.
Well, didn't we take our sweet time about it, Tad Martin?
I got out as fast as I could.
Well, it wasn't fast enough.
Come on, Liza, let's not start. I want to see you.
Well, if you want to see me so bad, then why are you on the phone? Why aren't you over here?
Because it's too risky.
Risky? I told you my parents were going to be out for the entire evening.
But they could come home at any time, and we have to play it careful, right? For your sake.
Where are you?
I'm at the Heart. I tell you what, why don't you come over here and meet me? We'll go somewhere else, and then we'll make up for lost time.
Well, Tad, if you'd like to see me so much, then you can just pick me up.
That's Brooke.
Who?
That picture. That's my wife.
You sure?
He stole it from the television station.
What's all this? Looks like he's made a shrine or something.
Oh, he's sick. He's been hounding her for weeks, sending her notes, telling her how much he loves her.
You didn't know it was Loomis?
Not till now.
But, you know, he was a quiet guy.
They always seem to be that way, don't they?
Would you get me the police, please?
Come on, Jenny, let's leave them alone.
Okay, now, Mama, just calm down, and Mrs. Fenton will explain
I
everything
think that we
to you.
better discuss this in front of this hunk here that's picked you up.
Will you two please leave?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't you go anywhere, Jenny. I said I wanted to discuss this with you.
I know, Mama. I'll be right down as soon as you talk with Mrs. Fenton, okay? Just
Will you
go
make
over
sure
there.
that you come back,
I will.
okay? Don't you touch her!
Mrs. Gardner, there is no need for you to be so exercised.
I think that there is need. I just found out that my daughter's intended to live with some guy out of wedlock.
That's not true. There's no plans at all for them to live in an apartment together.
Yeah, I think you're lying.
Not at all. Neither of them even wants to live together. Furthermore, I would never permit it.
Well, that's not what I read in the papers.
Jenny and Tony are perfectly happy living under my roof in separate quarters. Furthermore, that's the way they'll stay as long as they work for me.
Well, what about that item in Audrey Wilson's column, then?
That was just public relations. Under my instructions, they went out to have a nice romantic dinner. Now, Audrey Wilson happened to see them, and she assumed that they were in love. The rest was pure supposition.
Well, why did those children feel that they had to go along with that?
Because that's the way I'm selling them, as a romantic couple. Now, you know that. You see the ads and the commercials. It makes them easier to sell and more desirable to the advertisers if the public thinks they're really in love. There's no truth to it.
Well, I still think it's very bad for my daughter's reputation.
Why? They'll never live together.
What does he have to kiss her in public for?
Oh, that was completely innocent. Believe me, I would not let my prize new model take on the image of a tramp.
Yeah, well, you better not. Because if she does, I will have both of your legs broken.
Well, I think you've made that abundantly clear, Mrs. Gardner. And may I say that I sympathize with your feelings as a mother. And so to assuage some of those maternal worries, let me give you this.
Yeah, what is this?
That's your percentage of Jenny's earnings, exactly as we negotiated them.
Holy Toledo. My kid must be really hot.
She's doing well because I am promoting her well. Even you have to admit that the romantic couple concept is paying off.
Yeah, boy, it sure looks that way. Please forgive me, ma'am. You certainly know what you're doing. Keep up the good work.
Yes, I intend to. And with more romantic height, that check should be even bigger next month.
Hello, Liza.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Nelson.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't want to keep you. Is your mother here?
No, she and Daddy went out to dinner, but I'll take a message for her. How about...
Well, that would be nice. May I come in?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. You see, what's happened is this. Now, the bridge club is supposed to meet at my house tomorrow. Yeah. But it turns out, I just found out that the men are coming to replace the rain gutters tomorrow. They're going to be all over the place. It'll be utter chaos. So I was thinking that perhaps your mother wouldn't mind if we had the meeting here.
Well, I don't think that she'll mind. I'll tell her when she comes home. I'll give her the message.
That's wonderful. Now, you tell her that, of course, I will bring all the refreshments. She needn't worry about that.
Well, I think she was planning on doing it, so I don't think she'll mind.
Well, if she has any objections, you just tell her to call me.
Fine.
Doesn't matter what time.
Oh, well, I'll give her the message.
Very good.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I really mustn't keep you any longer.
Okay. Good night.
Thank you, darling. Oh.
Who in the world?
Oh.
What are you doing here?
I thought you wanted to see me.
Well, you thought wrong. How dare you ring my doorbell this late at night? I told you I never wanted to see you again.
I should have brought a butterfly net.
I wouldn't be caught dead with the likes of you, Tad Martin.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Yeah.
I've got news for you. I don't fancy your company that much either. You little snob, and if you want me, you know where to find me.
Well, don't flatter yourself. I never want to see you again. I'm sorry, Mrs. Nelson. I'm sorry that you had to hear that.
Yeah, it's all right, darling. I understand.
Do you think I was too hard on him? I mean, I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
No, when you are dealing with somebody as unscrupulous as that young man, you have to be firm.
Well, that's the only way to deal with him, Mrs.
Darling,
Nelson.
I was proud of you for standing up to him.
Well, I'm glad I finally caught on to him. Because the last thing I need is to be involved with a creep like him.
Look at all these candles. The picture on the wall. It's like he's worshiping.
And you didn't suspect anything?
No, I wouldn't listen. Brooke suspected if she realized that he had access to the house. He could have found the earrings in the wastebasket and sent them back to us. She knew.
But it is not exactly proof.
But it was something, wasn't it, Lieutenant? It was something!
Here, he just threw you off with that story about the plumber.
Why did I have to believe him? Never entered my mind that he was covering anything.
Well, he just comes across as a very ordinary, realistic guy, and yet I tell you something, he matches the profile that our police psychiatrist drew up exactly. Listen to what she said. He is young, well-educated, and low-key, a morbid romantic.
Well, if you knew all that, why didn't you spot him? When you interviewed him about the plumber, you didn't suspect anything, Lieutenant?
No, he fooled me, too. Listen, Mr. Cuddy, there's no point in blaming ourselves about all of this. What we've got to do is find out where he is and what he's up to.
He's holding my wife someplace, and he's doing whatever the hell he wants.
Have you tried to find him?
Yes, I tried to find him. I've called the newspaper. I called the television. You gotta do something.
Okay, just calm down now. We are going to do something. Now, first of all, we'll get the lab people in here. We'll find out if your wife was, in fact, in this place. And then I want you to go quietly to your office and wait for a telephone call, okay?
He's not gonna call me.
He may ask for a ransom.
Money is not what he wants.
Listen, we are not dealing with a very logical mind here. I mean, we don't know what he wants. We have to be prepared for anything.
Sweetheart, Mama's so sorry that she made that big fuss in front of everybody.
It's okay. You just got the wrong impression. That's all right.
But you can imagine how upset I was when I picked up that paper and read that my baby was going to live in an apartment with somebody that I never even met. I thought that you'd gone to the dogs for sure.
It's just a publicity gimmick. That's all. No, we have to trust Olga to know what she's doing is the right thing.
Honey, she does know what she is doing.
Yeah.
Baby, you're making so much money now.
And did she tell you that she wouldn't let Tony and me live together even if we wanted to?
Yes, she did, honey. I think she's even stricter than I am, if such a thing is possible.
Well, I'm real glad everything's straightened out. I want you to be proud of me, Mama.
Oh, of course I am, Pumpkin. Mama is so proud of our baby. Would you please apologize to Tony for the way I spoke to him?
Oh, yeah, sure. He's a really nice guy. He won't mind at all.
Oh, good. Well, let's sit down for a sec, sweetie.
Okay.
I gotta be heading back to Pine Valley in a minute, but I just wanted to talk to you a little more. Tony's awful good looking.
Yeah, he's a real nice person, too.
Do you like him?
Yeah, he's fun. We have fun together. He's good to work with.
Well, but personally, I mean, do you like him personally and everything?
Sure, you know. We have good times when we go out.
What do you do?
Nothing special, just, I don't know, hold hands and hang out together.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, well, I'm so relieved to hear everything, honey. I have a much better picture of your life now.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. I've got to run back to Pine Valley, though. I got some trouble over at the Glamour.
Do you have to, Mommy? You can stay one night. You can sleep up in my room with me.
Oh, I'd love to stay in that sweet little room with you, baby, but I really must run. I just want to say one last thing, though. Now, I know that Tony's a very well-bred young man. He's, like, very well brought up and everything, but if he spends a lot of time alone with you, sooner or later, he's going to ask you for a roll in the hay, honey.
Mama.
No, he is. He is. Stranger things have been known to happen.
Look, you raised me right. I'm not going to change, okay?
Oh, I hope not, baby girl. Because Mama loves you so much, honey.
Yeah.
And you're living in the fast lane now. That's why I worry about you.
As a matter of fact, I was looking for you.
Really?
Yes, my husband and I were having dinner when he was called away on a urgent business call at the West Coast office.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was furious, but then I thought I'd look on the bright side. Since I had so much free time, I was hoping I might run into you.
Have you eaten?
Enough. I'm not really interested in food.
What are you interested in?
Being with you. Alone.
That sounds very tempting.
But not here. At the hearth, somehow the ambiance isn't quite right.
Where then?
I thought maybe the Glamorama might be the right spot.
Because it's closed.
Why not? I think it might be the perfect place for a nice, quiet conversation. That is, if you have the key.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Well, what are we waiting for?
What are we waiting for?
You were backstage.
The rogue.
He's a scoundrel.
He's a lover.
Huh?
Excuse me. Do you know Tad Martin?
Yeah.
Was he here this evening?
Yeah, he was here.
Was he with somebody?
Not that I noticed.
Darn, wonder where he could be.
Sorry, I don't have a clue.
Actually, do you know if he left here with somebody?
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but
I have better things to do than to keep tabs on Tad Martin.
It's really dark. Be careful. Take my hand. Come on.
That chain looks, it looks wonderful on you.
Unbutton my shirt, Mrs. Colby.
Well, if you call me Marion, I'll do a lot more than that.
Marion.
I'm, so glad that you like, my gift.
I'd very much like to show you my appreciation.
Well, I have a wonderful idea. Why don't you give me one of your, fantastic massages?
Your 10?
A little light. But I'm sure you could alleviate all my tensions.
Well, Marion, I can only try.
Tom, I'm stunned. I had no idea Brooke was being harassed like this.
We should have told you, Dr. Tyler. We just didn't like talking about it at all. The whole thing is sick.
The man obviously is unbalanced.
He's dangerous. I knew about it from the very beginning, and I was wrong at every turn.
No, I don't agree with you. You called the police. What else could you do?
Something, anything. I never should have let her out of my sight.
Oh, you couldn't live that way, Tom. Brooke wouldn't have let you.
If anything happens to her...
Let's just pray nothing happens. Now, Brooke is a very intelligent, resourceful woman. And if any woman can handle the situation, she can.
It's my fault that she's in this mess.
You mustn't take so much of the blame on yourself, Tom.
Look, I really don't want to talk about myself at all. Dr. Tyler, I asked you to come by because I felt a member of Brooke's family should know what's going on.
Oh, I appreciate your telling me, and I want to do whatever I can to help.
Do you think I should tell Phoebe?
No, I'd wait. She's been through so much these last few days. Wait until you have something more definite.
Rita, he's consulting.
No, I respect her for caring about you. But she's not the only one, you know.
Well, I know I've got good friends and my family. Olga, too.
What about me?
I consider you one of my good friends.
Nothing more?
My friends are very important to me, Tony.
Have you forgotten that kiss already?
Look, that was, I mean, we were just playing around here, you know, and it just kind of happened.
That kiss stirred up a lot of feelings.
I'd really rather not talk about it.
Listen, I told you how I feel about you. Now you tell me what you think about me.
Tony, you're embarrassing me.
It doesn't have to be heavy. Just tell me what you think about me.
Well, to begin with, I think you're very attractive.
Well, we're making progress. What else?
You're good company and fun to be with.
Well, I'm not such a bad guy after all. Anything else?
Like working with you.
Same here.
Tony, look, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but... Well,
I'm moving too fast, huh?
Yeah, and you really shouldn't, you know?
Listen, Jenny, I know you're shy about talking about this, but answer one question. Do you think there could ever be anything between us?
I don't know how to answer something like that.
Well, a simple yes or no will do.
Well, then, yes, I get, I mean, we both know anything's possible.
Well, if you think it's possible, then that's good enough for me.
You're watching.
Little rat. Why does he call her something? Dad, hi.
Hi. Sweetheart, how are you?
No, I'm a little aggravated.
What about?
A friend of mine was supposed to call and he didn't. Anyway, what are you doing home? Where's Mom?
I thought she might be here.
No, didn't you two go out to dinner together?
Yes, but I got called away for an important conference call.
Oh, no.
Well, there wasn't anything I could do to get out of it. Your mother was pretty upset about it.
Did you have to leave her at the restaurant again?
I'm afraid so. She wasn't sure what she would do.
Well, maybe she went to the movies, huh?
Maybe. I hope she gets home soon so we can smooth things out.
Well, it wasn't your fault.
But I have to control the workload so it won't make a mess of my home life. I know one of the reasons why your mother was unhappy before, because she felt neglected. I just can't let that happen again.
Well, Dad, she knows that you have to do your job.
Liza, no job is more important to me than Marion. I have to spend more time with her. I love her, and I want us to have a good life together.
She loves you too, Dad. That's why she came back. Don't worry. Everything will work out just fine, I promise.
You comfortable?
Yes, it's heaven. I love being in your arms.
May I give you a compliment?
I'm extremely receptive to compliments.
Well, I thought I'd been around, but that was a completely new experience.
Dad, I'm not too old to get embarrassed.
Myrtle, I'm telling you, you have just got to make a trip down to Sea City to see the new Glamorama. I tell you, it is the cutest beauty salon this side of Miami Beach. I'll make a special trip. Yeah, well, you must make sure that you do. And you will be very pleased to hear I've become such an efficient businesswoman that place is running like clockwork already.
So how's the staff?
Oh, they're fabulous. I found a nice bunch of young people who want me to train them up in the beauty biz.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yep, fads and fancies may come and go, Myrtle, but the beauty industry is here to stay. No matter what happens, people are always going to spend money to make themselves look great.
Ain't that the truth? Now come and sit down and eat.
You know what? I've already got a brand new campaign all figured out for it, too.
Go on.
The ads are going to go something like, it's still kind of rough, but something like, there are no ugly people, just people who don't come to the Glamorama.
I think it's terrific.
Of course, it's not always a picnic running your own business. I got some trouble here at the Glamorama 1.
What kind of trouble?
Now, Myrtle, this is a very confidential financial matter, but I'm going to trust you with this information because I know you can be discreet.
Mum is the word.
Okay. So I'm down in Sea City.
Yeah?
Order some things from one of my distributors, you know, the guy that I get all the rinses and the tints and everything from. I write him a check. 5 days later, the bank calls me up and tells me that that check has bounced.
Bounced?
Like a rubber ball.
But how come?
Well, I don't know, Myrtle, but I called up Mr. Jim and made him hightail it right over to the bank to deposit enough funds to cover that.
Well, then what's your problem?
I have to find out why the check bounced in the first place.
Oh, well, do you think someone's got their hand on the till?
Well, of course I do. Human nature is human nature. I know how easy it is to steal, especially if your boss is out of town.
Well, who could it be?
I think that Mr. Jim is skimming the cream off the top of my organization. No. Yes, I do.
Awful, I don't believe that. Now, Mr. Jim is a bit, well, unusual, but I don't think he's a thief.
Well, I'm going to reserve my judgment about that until I go over my books with a fine-tooth comb.
Are you going to do that tomorrow?
I'm going to do it tonight, just as soon as I chow down on this casserole, if I can figure out what it is.
Marion. Come here.
What?
I hope it has a happy ending.
Romances like this always have a happy ending.
Like real life.
Not exactly, no.
Sometimes, Jenny. Don't stay up too late. You need your rest.
I'll be right up.
Night.
Night. It's so pretty. This heart, it has our initials on it.
Jenny, all I could think about when I was having this engraved was that next year you and I will have the same last name.
Except there won't be another year for Greg and me.
Well, this is a real break for us, Mr. Cuddy.
I should have found out more. I was cut off.
And Loomis probably hung up on you, but you handled it real well.
We still don't know where he is.
Yeah. Did Loomis have any friends that you knew about?
No, he was alone as far as I know.
Never saw him with anybody?
Yes. He was in the restaurant with a guy.
What did he look like?
He was about Harold's age. He had glasses. He seemed heavy to me. I think he's a student.
Well, maybe Loomis's superintendent could help us out on it.
No, wait a minute. Let me check Harold's job application. He may have listed his friend as a personal reference.
Yeah.
Loomis. Here it is. Maybe. Friend, Peter Hammer.
It's been a killer year for Days of Our Lives, and starting March 15th, you'll never miss a moment when Days kicks off SoapNet's sizzling primetime schedule every weeknight at 7, only on SoapNet. Days at night, the new way to watch soaps.